All right, I do have like a little spy report, Fezzy. This one just came on over CNN.com.
Spy report. Spy report.
Bill Murray, who I would say America's favorite, Fez, America's favorite son.
Totally America's favorite.
Arrested for a possible drunk driving. He refused to take the breathalyzer test, even though he was in Sweden at the time, citing American law. And also driving down the road through an intersection in a golf cart.
Oh,
so
all right.
Bill Murray all fucking whacked out, driving around Stockholm,
awesome.
Sweden.
In a golf cart.
Why do you take that as a bad thing?
Because it's getting a little old for Bill Murray to be trying to outrun Swedish police in a golf cart.
Now, did anyone ever hear me say outrun? He's fucking driving down the road. They pull him over. They say, hey, aren't you O&E? No, I'm Bill Murray. O&E. And then they say, take a breathalyzer. He's like, fuck you, I'm American and I'm rich.
This sounds like a scene from a Bill Murray movie where he's going to cite American law. I'm American, you know.
I'm sure he didn't make a big deal out of it. I don't know why you take the anti-Bill Murray, pro the Swedish man thing. I say, fuck them, we'll nuke that place. I love it. I love the attitude, Bill. You're the best. I believe, although I'm not 100% sure, that Bill Murray is in the People We Love Who Live club.
He should be.
Which last night we added Amy Mann in an unbelievable upset.
Wow.
And I believe the first ever woman elected. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Murray should definitely be in the People We Love Who Live.
You are not part of that club. There's only 3 votes.
I know, but still.
Yesterday, George Kennedy was kept out by only 1 vote. Well, it was actually a couple days ago. Remember when I did the pro-George Kennedy rant?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then the day I did the pro-John Goodman rant, I pulled them out. Because, and you ever notice this? Like, sometimes we'll talk about things on the show, and then we'll go home, and that will be on TV. Or an article will come out later.
Oh, yeah.
The day I was talking about how good John Goodman is, right? And citing all the Coen Brother movies, I go home, immediately turn on my TV, and King Ralph is on. And I'm like, I cannot fucking vote for him. But yesterday we had Adam Goldberg on.
Right.
And that movie that I brought up to him was on the, we all graduated from high school and now we hit kids with sticks.
Dazed and Confused.
Thank you. That's the new name. I go by the novel's name.
The working title.
Yeah, the actual. But you ever notice that happens all the time?
Yeah, there'll probably be Bill Murray movies on when we go home now.
Now you jinxed it by yelling out what the future will be instead of just being open to it.
Ghostbusters will probably be on.
You know, you're not going to believe this, but Ghostbusters I'm not even a fan of. I'm a fan of his I'm mildly depressed movies. I'm like a fan of his 90s movies more than his 80s movies. Although I will admit I've never turned off Meatballs in my entire life. Now, Meatballs, and this was just on the other day, I know you've seen it a million times, right?
Sure.
And I guess it was a little Canadian film, but the girl who played, like, his love, well, why wouldn't he be on the air? Why is he calling you at home? Sheepy's calling her to say, yes, Bill Murray is in the club. Well, he may be brought up on charges, Sheepy, because, you know, we can't have some of our members driving around Stockholm drunk.
It's going to look bad at the induction ceremony.
All right, in the movie Meatballs, the lead actress that's his romantic interest is maybe the least movie star looking, but most looks like a girl Bill Murray would have gotten in his life. Like, if that movie was, like, remade now, that would be like Mandy Moore in that. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But it looks like a movie that you would go, yeah, I mean, this girl, I would bang her, but I wouldn't necessarily bring her around my friends. And yet she's the lead in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Not that she's a pig or an animal. She's just not a movie star. She's like a regular girl, is what I mean.
Yeah, girl next door.
I live in a better neighborhood than that, but she's just a girl.
In movies today, you're not going to. I mean, every love interest is going to be a piece of ass. Like,
right.
It's like it has to be.
The beauty of it is the guy is it. You know what I mean?
Like, fucking slob.
Figure everyone that Adam Sandler's ever hooked up in a movie wouldn't happen
Or
in
knocked
real life.
up, which is ridiculous.
And I saw Knocked Up is ridiculous. That's Seth Rogen, who looks like a regular guy who should be, working in any loading dock at any Walmart in America. And he's with a fucking broad that looks like she could date a fucking rock star.
Yeah, she's a super piece of ass.
Yeah.
Katherine Heigl, I think her name is. I don't even know.
And did they have any chemistry whatsoever?
No, it was like a science fiction fucking film. It was insane.
If I would have wrote that movie, I would have called it Quick Get an Abortion without telling him. Which, by the way, I just like to point out to the fucking ladies, to me, that's the etiquette. I mean, I'd rather you just came over and said, I need 300, and then don't bring up the reasons. I will fucking hand you the 300.
No questions asked?
But don't make me go through all the fucking talk, which I can't even stand for a fucking second. Here's Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Yo, buddies.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. There's 2 Bill Murrays on TV today.
There you go. What movies?
We got The Man Who Knew Too Little at 2:30 and Garfield at 2:40.
Oh, 2 of his worst. 2 that may keep him out of the club with this drinking thing, Sheeps. Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies, 287-253.
All right, my brother.
Ron, I know you've probably seen this, but I thought Bill Murray was fantastic in Broken Flowers.
I love the movie. It is a mildly depressed Bill Murray movie, maybe even moving into deeper depression, which I don't know why. I could watch him depressed in just about any film. And he was really even kind of hinted at that at the beginning of Stripes. That was, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't care anymore. Right. But I'm still funny, and I'm not going to shave. Broken Flowers, like some of his exes was Sharon Stone.
Oh, nice.
Which he never was going to fucking get her. And Sharon Stone's daughter, Lolita. Have you ever you never saw this?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. That's a fucking hot scene.
Does he bang a 16-year-old or something?
No, but she does walk out naked in front of him.
That's great.
And I hope she's older and playing younger.
I don't think he would have gotten Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters.
Well, she was a good 7-8 inches taller than him. By the way, I still love that you were the best one in your row, which I will use for any school pageant. I fucking rip that line off anytime I'm forced to go to a school pageant. Charlie, you're on Ron and Fez. Charlie.
Yes, sir.
What can we do for you?
Hey, how you doing? I was just calling about the Razor's Edge, a Bill Murray movie nobody ever talks about.
Well, that was actually a remake of a John Garfield movie where Bill Murray plays mildly depressed, and he literally had to say, if you let me do this movie, I will do Ghostbusters 2. All right?
Right.
Because I'm going to do something that people don't necessarily want to see. And it's about a guy who's out on like a spiritual quest, blah, blah, blah. I think it's fucking fantastic. America hated it. Just hated it.
You think it would have came out now that he's done more serious stuff? You think it would be more well accepted?
You know, I mean, critically, but, these movies that we love, that we're talking about, like, aren't really big blockbusters the way that Ghostbusters were. But I fucking dig the cat. Like, he's like, no, I've done that. I don't want to be making, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be somehow Bill Murray becomes a funny president. And, you know what I mean? It's shit that doesn't make sense.
Well, Aykroyd wrote Ghostbusters 3 like immediately after Ghostbusters 2 or something. He begged Bill Murray to get on. He just refuses to do it.
Yeah, and God bless him for that. And I understand fucking, if I'm Aykroyd, I'm going, you know what? We really should be making Ghostbusters 3. I would just be constantly bringing up Ghostbusters 3. I feel like I'm in the light. I feel like I'm actually in the light. But I'm not positive. Not positive at all. Here is Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
29,875, my brother.
Yeah, brother, man.
Rushmore. Absolutely the best Bill Murray film.
Love Rushmore. Love Bill Murray in it. Mildly depressed.
A little bit.
The fucking scene where he just goes and lays in the bottom of the pool to get away from his children. Never in my wildest dreams did I think this would be my life. Take dead aim on the rich kids.
He was also mildly depressed in Life Aquatic. When he
Love
was
him.
hunting that guy. I love that fucking movie.
And you know what? I fight with a good friend about him. Matter of fact, I stopped being friends with Jenny Q over that, Fezzy, who up to that point I felt like the three of us were very good friends. She turned on Life Aquatic. I turned on her. I'm done with her.
It makes no sense to
done?
not love Life Aquatic.
Are you done with her too?
I'm done with her.
I love when I'm in the light and you're on my side. That's where I want to be in life. I don't want to be in the dark and have you against me, like yesterday. Here is Carl. Carl, you're on my Fez.
Yes, well, actually, two of his best movies, I think, is Caddyshack and Lost in Translation.
Well, Caddyshack, of course, starring Paulo. By the way, who wrote Ghostbusters? It was ripped off from him during the Caddyshack days. Ask him about it. He claims he wrote Ghostbusters. He pushed it under someone's door, and it ended up during Caddyshack, and then it ended up with Dan Aykroyd. What?
Yeah.
He's a liar and a nut. He's a liar and a nut. Lost in Translation, did you dig it?
I actually never saw it.
What
I
is
missed
with
it. I
you?
know. I miss.
What is your anti-Bill Murray thing?
It's not anti-Bill Murray.
What are you and Bronx Johnny watching porn in each other's arms? Yeah. Yeah, Life Aquatic was great. Lost in Translation for you, Fuzz?
Love Lost in Translation.
The only thing that I would have liked about that, better, and put your hands over your ears so you can't hear this. I don't want you to find out. He should have fucked her. And I just say that time and time again. This movie would have been perfect if he fucked her. Lee, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, how can Aykroyd is only funny when he's around Murray? How does that work?
Well, before that, he was only funny when he was around Belushi. Has he ever been funny on his own?
No, I mean, they still give the guy money to make movies, which astounds me.
I don't know when's the last time you saw a big Dan Aykroyd film rolling out. It's been a lot of years.
Tommy Boy?
But I will never stop loving Dan Aykroyd. The early Saturday Night Live stuff, the stuff that he did with Belushi, the Blues Brothers. I'm sorry. I fucking love the guy. Nothing's gonna stop that. Not to mention he started House of Blues, which, how do you go around and, not that it's the greatest place in a way, but he fucking did it.
Right.
How many fucking people, open up a fucking restaurant and never show up? That guy's over there and fucking running it and booking acts.
Yeah, some guys have Planet Hollywood. He has fucking that.
Well, he was originally in the Hard Rock deal.
Oh, all right.
When that rolled out, and then he cashed out, made a lot of money, and started House of Blues, which, I hate to say this because Johnny listens, but I think is more impressive in what they do than Hard Rock. Because with House of Blues, you're not going to see a lot of 80s hair bands. Not that I'm not great friends with Def Leppard. We all know that I am. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't know if that was a good enough disclaimer.
Just trying to really be positive today. Because, Fezzi, if I let myself slip into the abyss, I will not get out.
Right.
I will not get out. And last night, I'm just rocking back and forth in my chair in front of my computer going like this. Speedball. Speedball would make me feel better right now. You got heroin in my Coke. Well, you got Coke in my heroin. Tastes great. O&A. Oh, yeah, we love them. In Sweden. For those people to say O&A, it fucking takes both their weird accents and throws it off in a weird place. Do not trust the Midwest. Do not trust Central Time Zone. It's freaky to me.
Well, it's like they're living in a whole nother, like a parallel universe, but where everything happens an hour earlier.
Later? Aren't they an hour behind us?
Yeah.
They're an hour behind us, but their shows come on an hour earlier.
No.
To them, in their world.
Here's what you got to understand. They're an hour behind us at all times. So, you bang a girl from the Midwest, and she comes an hour later. You're off later, fucking, you think you're sleeping, and you hear, hour later, Fez.
Oh, okay.
When they see the ball drop, it happens before. Or is it an hour earlier? I don't fucking... If we do something, it happens an hour later there.
Yeah.
Because we're first, right?
We're first, so it is happening an hour later.
It happens after us.
Now I'd like an hour later.
But their shows come on an hour earlier.
Well, just stop with the shows. There's more to... I'm bringing up sex, and you're bringing up Jeopardy. Oh, remember that from an hour ago? Oh. That's the girl from out there in a fucking three-way with O and A. Oh, and A. Oh. I don't know how I want to take any of those fucking calls. I would just be screaming, stop calling me that.
Yeah.
Every single call. Stop calling me that.
It almost sounds like some sort of animal call.
Jimmy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Bill Murray just saw it the other day. Kingpin. Most heinous
God.
character, but best comb over.
Yeah, he was hysterical.
Love that
man.
fucking movie. And he's the shit.
He
Man. He's such a
was
scumbag.
fucking hysterical. The thing with single moms trying to help him out a little
Billy
bit.
McCracken.
Yeah, he's the best. Just the beauty of him feeling all that pride over something that's stupid.
Talking to the ball with the rose encased in it. Just one more, baby.